Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, at the time of filming this, you may or may not have already seen a video about this. That I haven't posted that yet. That's supposed to go up at the time of filming this. It's supposed to go up tomorrow. So I have no idea what the vote was. We'll have to see on that later. But let me dive into this. So, a session, a private reading. A lot of people have been asking me what would it be like to have a private reading with you. There have been a couple of examples up on my channel about what that's like. And so I might even, here, let me make a note. Let me make a note on my handy dandy sticky note, because I can't be without sticky notes, that I'll make a playlist for reading examples for people who are interested in that. I'm gonna have a million playlists out there, y'all. Hell. But yeah, so with this, I don't tell y'all because, again, there's just, I don't like to say certain things that can make it look like I'm being boastful or bragging or doing whatever, trying to paint myself out to look like something special, because I don't want to be one of those people. But I do some pro bono work from time to time, at least once a month. I do free sessions for people who either really need it or can't afford it or things like that. I do pro bono work, and I am thinking about ways to possibly in the future incorporate that into the channel, but I don't know yet. Don't know. You'll just have to wait for what I decide on that. I'll have to take some time to think about that. But one of these people that I did some pro bono work for recently, it's somebody that I do know, but I haven't spoken to in a while. And this person, I have a recording of doing a session with this person, and I don't have anything included in here that would have their picture or video or their voice or anything like that. I've clipped all of that out of here, so it's gonna seem strange. It's gonna seem like, I'm just talking to myself instead of me talking to someone else, for that reason. But I wanted to show you kind of an example. Please excuse what I'm wearing. I felt comfortable enough with this person that I was in a pajama shirt and my little bathrobe, looking absolutely a mess. Hashtag don't care. So there's that. Any of you have any moments like that? So yeah, I just wanted to do this video to give y'all kind of an idea of how private sessions can go. Before I get into a little bit of details about this, we'll just go ahead and jump into it and say I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and in these videos we take a look at the tea with the tarot. These videos are always meant to be helpful, not hateful, so if you're down with that, join the family here. We'd love to have you. And if you draw your attention down below, here's the subscribe button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you're still subscribed if you thought you were. This is what the notification bell will look like if you're getting notified of my videos. Check back on my profile anyway, because YouTube likes to drop the ball on you. That's the join button if you want to be a part of the Perk Squad. So Perk Squad has 5 extra perks. You get custom emojis that you get to use in the chat and on live streams that nobody else gets to use. You get to have a badge, a colored badge by your name that indicates how long you've been a member of the Perk Squad. You get exclusive posts, exclusive videos, and video shout outs like this one. I have you written down on a sticky note, so shout out to you. Aliens exist. Unless it's H, aliens exist. but I'm thinking aliens exist, right? Shout out to you, and thank you for being a part of the Perk Squad. You've been a part of the Perk Squad for a considerable amount of time, I feel like so. But thank you for that. So, yeah, with this private session, the questions that the person asked, because this will be important as you're watching this, the questions that the person asked is they've recently just been through a lot of hard crap in their lives. People passing away from COVID, people passing away from self-inflicted things. Have to watch what I say on this channel. Stuff like that. So this person asked me, is this just my life now to have bad things happen all the time until I die, kind of thing? And they also asked, what is the purpose of me having to go through so much hardship in life? Like, what are my guides trying to tell me? What are my guides trying to get me to learn? Is there some sort of a higher reason or a higher purpose for me to going through all this crap? Or is this just random, horrible shit happening to me by the universe? Or is it something that I deserve from, like paying my karmic debts, or, things of that nature? So I took to the cards to help this person out, and kind of get a better understanding, because of course the answer could be different depending on who's asking the question. You never know what the answer could be for any particular person. So we looked into this for this person, and I'm about to play that. You will see jump cuts where I cut out anytime there was something that would be identifying to the other person, or anything that could be identifying to the other person is cut out. So there will be jump cuts from that, and it'll be kind of weird in that way, but this still gives you a sense of things. And we'll come back, meet up here afterwards. Okay. But let's see, to your latest question about kind of the spiritual significance to all of the traumas and deaths and things that you've had to go through. First, I'll ask if it seems like you've kind of gotten through the worst of it, or if there's more things to come, because you mentioned like this wondering about, is this my life now? Is this how it's going to be, kind of thing. So let's see what the cards have to say about that. Okay. Okay. I'll put it this way from what I'm looking at. This makes it seem like there will be some sizable challenges ahead. Now, I preface that to say, technically speaking, we're in our 30s. And so presumably we have decades and decades left to go. And that usually means there's more room for hard stuff to go through in life. So I don't necessarily want to say this in a way that makes it sound like, it's misery after misery after misery. I don't really see that. I am seeing things that I would say would just be kind of consistent with the ugliness of life, kind of thing. So I'm just seeing this sense of trying to kind of carry certain loads, have that load on your shoulder, and it's like, I don't know that I can feel that burden anymore. Like, I don't want to have to go through that. I'm hoping that better things are ahead. It's hard for me to really unpack this and heal this completely. And so I'm just kind of hanging out here in timeout, just waiting. And in a way, this is kind of a sense of like, I'm waiting for the next shoe to drop. So it's kind of like the spirit guides are saying that they validate and understand that there is a part of you that's like, so what's next? When the next one's gonna happen? Like, okay, what else? Sarcastically, but also truthfully kind of asking that question. With the Six of Pentacles in reverse here, I feel like it's saying to try not to overdo yourself with those kinds of things, just because it's like we can get ourselves into a space where we're just putting energy and energy and energy and energy behind things that it doesn't come back to us, like it doesn't give back to us, and we've just expended so much, and it can be that much more intense and that much more draining. And so it would be kind of a, stay in balance, try to get in balance in whatever ways that feels like it can happen. Kind of an encouragement from the guides. So decisions already been made, then decision. So this is kind of like things that have already happened. I'm seeing this guy and this woman, man and a woman, another man, two men and a woman. Judgment is a homecoming card. So this is speaking about two men and a woman that have passed away. It looks like one of these men would have been a really smart man that might have had clouded thinking. This woman here, well, the same with this man. Both men would be smart men, but with clouded thinking. One of them, because they would have been just so overwhelmed in their mind, and the other one maybe some sort of circumstance. And then this woman would be someone who maybe would have always struggled to be stable, especially even financially here. So these are people, these two guys and this woman who have already passed away. What is the point of this, spirit guides? Okay, this is like breaking a commitment or letting go. Okay, I see what they're saying here. So what they're going on here, because this is a card about anxiety, staying up at night, worrying, having a lot of heaviness that kind of stays on you. So it's kind of like, and easier said than done, but it's kind of like they're saying that what you may be unintentionally doing is something hits, like a person passes away, and you're not able to fully get that off of you and away from you, and another one happens. And so it's like you're compounding. So you're just having more and more and more and more and more get on you, but you're not getting enough off. And so they're saying that that's what this kind of breaking of commitment, letting go card is for. And the Hierophant often standing for God and the Pope and these big, overarching religious type of vibes, So it's kind of like they're saying Spirit, God, Source is trying to help you to let some of these things go so that they don't compound on top of each other. And when I say let things go, obviously we don't mean letting go of the memory or not caring about them anymore, but you know what we mean by letting go, that disengaging in the ways that would feel unhealthy or holding someone back, finding a way to like you've even mentioned before, being at peace with something, having some sort of acceptance and peace around it, that kind of helps with living with what's happened, kind of thing. And it seems like they're just asking for more of that. So, and I'm sure you've already been doing this, but it's kind of like, I guess, that other layer of the onion that you're peeling off, in this kind of episodic thing, because I know this kind of stuff ebbs and flows. Yeah, they're saying that there are silver linings here. Oh. You give me the Temperance card. Sometimes this card has a lot more significance than just that to me. Give me another one of where y'all are going with this. Okay. So, this one's kind of loaded here for me. There's a lot going on in this one for me. One, reiterating that balance that we talked about over here and that we're kind of talking about here. Two, that we're talking about faith and purpose and a bigger plan at play here, and that these things kind of tie into all of that. Not that all of these things happened just for your life, but that your life is tied into this. It's woven into this, and this is all about certain things happening at certain times for certain reasons in order to carry you forward in certain ways. Now, the interesting part here of this person, driving the chariot is there's no reins here. This person is driving the chariot, commanding these two sphinxes with nothing but the power of their mind, their own mental discipline. So there's something here about this that has to do with some sort of internal discipline, development, growth, things of that nature. There's something here that's helping in those kind of ways, albeit on a very accelerated and uncomfortable pace that feels like, is that really necessary? But it seems so. It seems so. And when we get this timing card about purpose and things, to me, what this is feeling like is you're meant to go through a shit ton of ugly stuff, especially early on in life, because the journey that you're on in helping people, you needed to have these experiences under your belt. For these growth purposes. It's like people who have not gone through these things would not be able to serve in the way that you are now equipped to serve, so to speak. Mind, mouth, same speed. They're going too fast right now. I'll tell you where they're going right now in my mind. First, they've given me an example to say, like with me, I had to go through that horrible divorce. He cheated on me with the two best friends and all of that kind of stuff, and various other, weird traumatic shit that I've been through, because now when I'm doing this tarot stuff with people and they're coming at me talking about infidelity, they're coming at me talking about loved ones passing away, they're talking about betrayals, they're talking about any number of things, and I get it from both a personal and a professional standpoint. And because of that, I help them in ways that they feel like they haven't really gotten helped before. It's different. And so that's what's coming up for me about you in this as something. There's something there with that. Also, like as they were going, I heard in my mind like this kind of grief counseling and stuff like that. It's like part of this specifically is centered around grief for you. It's like that whole idea of grief and loss and all the complexities that come around it, because that can come from just an estranged relationship for whatever type of reasons. say some of your family members and you and y'all's estranged relationships, and some of y'all are estranged for some reasons and some of you are estranged for other reasons. And then there's grief and loss associated with your loved ones passing away. Some of this is associated with taking one's own life. Some of this is associated with risky substance use. All these different things that make you a multifaceted grief and loss expert right now. That you can get it in ways that a lot of people can't. And there's part of that here that feels kind of niched to me. So it's not that you don't do all kinds of counseling and that you wouldn't do all kinds, but it feels to me like there are things coming up in the future. I'm just going off of what I'm getting here, that there's things coming up in the future for us as a whole, whether it's societally or globally, where it will be really handy dandy to have someone out there who can serve for spirit, that has a handle on this kind of stuff and that knows how to reach people with it. That's all about this timing, mission, purpose. Whatever it is that's going to come, and God forbid, whatever it is, like I said, societally, globally, whatever is going to come, you needed to have this under your belt and know about it when you were younger, because this is whatever this stuff is going to come isn't going to come when we're 70 years old and then you help people. It's like, nope, we got to learn about this stuff now because we're going to be in our 30s or our 40s needing to know this stuff to be helping people. It seems like this is very much behind the reason for what you're going through. And it's a co-created experience because, of course, every other soul that is a part of this has their own spiritual path and their own growth from this. So the people who have passed on, the people who have been estranged from you in some sort of spiritual way, there's something a part of that experience that serves them or teaches them as well. So of course it's not all about you, but this is where you tie into that puzzle. This is your piece, is what it looks like here from the impressions that I'm getting. Damn, did I go through and answer all the questions when I thought I was just going to start with one? Yeah. That's what happens sometimes is I'm like, all right, we'll start with this question and we'll go to another question, but spirit guides get ahead of me because they're faster than I am. So that's what it's looking like here. Yeah, you're just, I hate to do the cliche, but you know what they say about the whole, they give the people the most who they know who can handle the most. That kind of bullshit. Hate to use one of those adages here, but it kind of seems like that you're built for more than what a lot of people are built for because you are going to serve in a bigger way with a lot of capacity that a lot of people will not be able to do. They won't have the smarts for it. They won't have the emotional capacity for it. They won't have the skills to connect with people and form these, intimate, trusted relationships. There's so much missing in other people with what would be needed that you would be able to do. So you're being tailor-made here is what it's looking like to me. And I'm getting the sense that on some level you know that already, or that you've felt that or wondered that before. So that's what I'm getting. All right, y'all. What do you think? That's the kind of thing that we go through in private readings, especially for questions like this. Those are the things that can happen here. We don't always talk about things this abstractly. Sometimes people have very cut and dry questions that aren't quite so like purpose driven and abstract, but sometimes they get like this, and this can be helpful for that as well. So yeah, if you'd like a private reading with me, any of you, in the description box below is my website, www.BeasTalksAndTarot.com. Almost can't say it. This is a tongue twister. BeasTalksAndTarot.com. There you go. In the services tab, you can book it yourself, anytime, anywhere, even if you're international. And we can connect that way. And yeah, there's just a lot. There's just a lot going on in this, going on in a lot of people's lives right now. So if any of you are going through some hard stuff, big hugs to y'all. We are getting through this one step at a time, doing this together. And thank y'all for being a part of this video and checking it out in case any of you were interested. Hope this was helpful. And don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. Bye. Love you, minute. Love you, minute. Bye, y'all. Okay. I said bye, but did you see that little bat out of hell that just ran in here at like 10,000 miles an hour? Son, are you giving your sister cobs? Are you doing this on your sister's ear? Yeah? Why? Why is that? Would y'all even be able to see this if I moved it? No, I don't even have the damn. Let me see if y'all can even see this if I moved this. Almost. Oh, they're over there. Crap, I can't quite get them. You can almost see two puppies looking at each other over there in the corner. Almost. You see one of them real good. Can't quite see the other one. That's what's going on. Anyway, can't a girl just say bye anymore? Can't a girl just say bye? Apparently not. All right. Love you, man. Bye. Bye, y'all. Hells bells.